I watched Zeitgeist, the movie, and they made some pretty extraordinary claims in there, in the first part of it, about Christianity and there being other people before Christ that were exactly like Christ. So I decided to look into it, and this is what I got so far. Horus, by Zeitgeist the movie, has claimed to be born on December 25th of a virgin. There to be 12 disciples, him to be baptized, crucified, buried for 3 days, and resurrected. Now, what I have found out about Horus is that he was born from Isis, the queen, and Isis was married to the king, and when the king and queen get married, they consummate the marriage. Completely takes away the virginity. There's talk of his father Osiris being cut up by, I think it was Seth, and distributed all over the land. Isis went and picked up all the pieces and could not find his sexual member, so she took some other sexual member and used it. But apparently she might have already been pregnant before this, but there's no evidence to support the fact that she was a virgin. The baptism, there is no evidence of baptism. The only thing that even comes close to a baptism is that Horus was cut up into pieces and thrown into a river. You can maybe call that a baptism, but I don't think that's very baptismal. No scholar will back up the claims of there being 12 disciples. Crucifixion wasn't even invented until 6th century BC. Horus was supposedly around 3000 to 3500 BC. The next one is Attis. According to Zeitgeist, the movie was born on December 25th of a virgin. He was crucified, dead for 3 days, and resurrected. The closest you can get to a virgin birth is his mother Nana was impregnated by an almond that fell into her lap. Now this happened after the gods had cut off Attis' sexual organ, and a tree sprang up from that. And then from that tree an almond fell down into her lap and impregnated her. Again, in the entire story, there is no talk of resurrection. There is no talk of crucifixion. In fact, like I said before, crucifixion wasn't even invented until 6th century BC. The third one is Krishna. They claim that he was born of a virgin, performed miracles, and was resurrected. Krishna was the 8th son of the princess Devaki. That completely negates any virgin birth at all. He was not resurrected, and the Hindus actually celebrate his birth in August, not December. Dionysus claims that he was born December 25th of a virgin, performed miracles, and was resurrected. Now, Dionysus was possibly born of a virgin. This is the closest one I can find to actually maybe having a virgin birth. His father was Zeus, and supposedly impregnated his mother. Then during her pregnancy, Zeus either accidentally or on purpose killed her. He was still in her womb. He took Dionysus out, and Dionysus was sewn into Zeus's thigh. So that's the closest thing you could possibly find to a virgin birth and resurrection. That is the closest thing, and that story is completely unlike Jesus. But the last one is Mithra, which was supposedly, according to Zeitgeist, born December 25th of a virgin, had 12 disciples, was dead for 3 days, and was resurrected. Now, Mithra, there is no writings before the 3rd or 4th century AD. So, if anything, if there are parallels between the two, it could be easily said that Mithra was taken from Christianity. However, Mithra was not born of a virgin. Mithra, in fact, was hatched from a rock, and that rock became a cave in which he was born in, or whatever. There is no record of him being buried or even dying at all, and there is no evidence at all to support the claim of 12 disciples. That I can't even find anything on how this person is coming to the possibility of there being 12 disciples. He had, I think, in one of the stories he has one companion. In another of the stories he has two companions. He travels with like 3 or 4 animals. There's no talk of 12 disciples at all. I think it is important to point out that nowhere in the New Testament does it say that Jesus was born on December 25th. That's simply a day that Christians choose to celebrate his birth. And most of these characters were not claimed to have been born on December 25th either. This is simply a correlation that the movie tries to make, but it's completely unfounded. There is no documentation or evidence to say that that is the reason, or that that is true at all. So, don't take my word for it. I'm going to put some links up here. You can look at them, understand for yourself, see what you think. Now, the rest of the Zeitgeist movie, I'm not going to get into that. The second part's 9/11 conspiracy. The third part is one world government, one world economy, and the chip. Strangely, the whole third part is predicted by the Bible, but we don't have to go into that. But if you do want to go into that, read Revelations 13. So, peace. Tell me what you think.